Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Scott Lurie with the Hard Money Co. And today we are once again focused on our free webinar series. Today's topic is deal in distress. We're going to jump through a bunch of really cool topics. I'm coming to you live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where it's decided to become freezing this morning. And I hope you are someplace warm or not experiencing this incredibly ridiculous, frigid weather that we're going through. I had to wear long sleeves today. Someone came in and said, I didn't know you had sleeves. My bedroom temperature was 59 degrees this morning because the heat in my bedroom seems to not be working right now. So I put sleeves on. Anyways, a little bit about the Hard Money Co. We fund your rentals, repairs, dreams, deals, flips. We're a hard money lender focused on the real estate industry. I started this business after my starting from zero in real estate and really wanted to focus on being able to provide a better solution for financing for people that are looking to be successful in this business. I started from zero. In August of 2003, which is almost 22 years ago, wow. I started with nothing. I've never had a piece of real estate in my life. I never, ever had a piece of real estate. I knew only that the people I saw with my eyes that were real estate investors that owned real estate, real property, were driving the nice cars, part of the nice country clubs, golfing all the time, having a great life. And I said, that's where I want to be. How many people have real estate in their portfolio today? How many people own something? Okay. How many people own nothing? Starting from zero. What did Drake say? Started from the bottom? How many are at the bottom? Okay. You're here today. You're trying to do something. I started with zero. I had zero. In August of 2003, I bought my first house. In August of 2005, I bought my first rental. I built that up to 1,500 apartments. I've sold those. I've started again. I have another 1,300 apartments in my portfolio today and almost 3 million square feet of industrial. You can do it. Whatever you hear in your head, it better be saying you can do it. I promise you can do it. You can do it. You can start from nothing. You can have all of the cards stacked against you, all of them, and then you have your destiny over here, and all you gotta do is start knocking them down. You can do it. Everybody can do it. And there's challenges every day. There's always problems, but if you figure out how to be successful, you're going to be able to do it. A little bit about our presentation today, why deals fail. How many people have been involved in a real estate transaction that did not go the way they had it planned? Me. Anybody else? Am I by myself? We've had a couple other people that have had that happen. Why do deals go bad? Even when you're doing everything right. Well, I'm working my ass off and I've done everything right and I'm gonna do everything right. Yes, 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 yes. Sometimes the obstacles that are in front of you cause you to fail. But that's okay. I failed. I remember I failed. My failure, just so you understand it, my failure was I bought a property. I was gonna flip the property and it didn't sell. And that was in August of 2005. And you know what that failure turned into for me? The start of my rental portfolio. If I wouldn't have had that failure, I wouldn't have had 1,500 apartments. But it happened. Obstacles to overcome. How do you overcome them? A lot of overcoming your obstacles is start right here. It's between the ears. It's mindset, right? It's waking up with the vision, the channeling, the idea of how you're going to solve the problem. A lot of it's there. And then, how can we help you? Yes, sir.
Jose said he's got one falling apart because of title issues, and it's a great deal.
Jose has one happening right now that's falling apart because of title issues. Jose, put in the chat what's going on with the title. I'd like to maybe see if we can help you with that one right now. But thanks for that information. So stuff happens all the time. The best deal in the world Jose has right now. Jose, how much money are you planning on making? Give me a quick number. 50 G's, 50 stacks. And if he can't solve the title problem, Jose makes zero. God, what? He's got 50 G's right in front of him. It's right. Oh, I can't get it. All right. Deals in distress, right? Here's what we see on TV about real estate, right? Here's what we see about life in real estate. It's perfect. Scott has built a portfolio from 0 to 1,300 apartments. As a result of that, no problems. Bull. Deals in distress, the inevitable challenges, seller issues, uncooperative title companies, Jose, ding ding, shifting market conditions, and other outside forces that are threatening even the strongest deals, right? There's sometimes when you just have somebody coming after you that's making your life miserable, okay? Finding support. When the deal is on the brink, having a reliable partner to step in and help you find the solutions. Does everybody have a reliable partner to help you find solutions? I do. Every time I have a problem, I know after 22 years, I know how to solve the problem. I know who I'm going to call. I know the title company I'm going to deal with. I know my lawyer I'm going to get involved. I know the counsel or consultant I'm going to talk to solve my problem. Because all problems have solutions. I have a problem right now that I just solved. Let me tell you the problem. I lent money to a borrower. He defaulted. I took back the property. The property on both sides, my property was encroaching on both sides of the properties, my neighbor's property. So now I had a property that was not saleable due to title. That just happened. What did I do? I bought the property to the east, and then the guy to the west didn't want to sell. He wanted $250,000. I wanted 10 feet of his land. He ended up agreeing to sell me the piece of land, all of it for $73,000. It took me 2 years. There's a solution to every problem. Don't ever think you don't have the solution. The solution sometimes takes a little bit of cognitive ability, a lot of persistence, You gotta be able to fight the fight. I've been fighting this darn fight with this guy for over 2 years. But I called him and his wife, and we solved the problem. Turning challenges into wins, Jose. Let's get you a W, my man. Learn from what you learned. Learn from your failures. Don't be a quitter. Are you a quitter? If you're going to quit because I lost $10,000 on the flip because I didn't know X, Y, Z, quit. Go do something else. Be a school bus driver. Go work somewhere. Go work for someone creating their future. And then, here's one of the biggest challenges I see all the time. Who can I trust? Trust is earned every single day. The first time someone crosses you, you're like, holy hell. But you're never going back. So types of deals in distress. Back taxes or liens or code violations can halt deals, right? How many people have been involved in title issues on transactions? Me, I'm involved in one right now. A new one. I've never seen this one before. Title issues where in North Carolina I'm buying a property and I can't buy the property because the title company and the ethics laws will not allow for a wholesale transaction. I'm paying someone $10,000 a wholesale fee and I can't do it because in the state of North Carolina they will not allow it. I'm scheduled to make $80,000. Timing delays. Slow appraisal turnarounds put deals at risk. Appraisers put deals at risk. Human need. Who's an appraiser? An appraiser is a human. If you walk up to the appraiser and are arrogant, the appraiser is going to bash you. You think it's worth 280, it's worth 230. Now who's laughing last? And then market conditions. There's always a market condition. It shifts like this, right? Who's heard of the great migration in South Florida, right? Don't buy in Florida, the world's falling apart, insurance is up. Who's heard all this? Anyone? Anyone awake? Okay. I was just down in South Florida. Here's what I can tell you. I was at the restaurants. They're all full. I walked through a Miami design district and the stores there are selling overpriced ridiculousness, whatever that means to you, but it means to me everything. Belts, shoes, bags, t-shirts that were overpriced by $10,000 more than everyone wants. There's a line out the door to buy a $10,000 purse. Stupid. Okay, carry on. But there's no shortage of people. The demand for housing remains high. The media wants you to believe that. So think through what you're doing. Oh, and I'm sorry, I wanted to say this. Solutions and support are available to help investors navigate the challenges. How do you find support? How do you find solutions? Anybody have an idea? Call someone. Ask the question, I have a problem. You know what they say, Houston, we have a problem? Houston, I got a problem. What's your problem, Jose? Thank you for telling us you had a problem, Jose. Jose has a problem and he's here on this live chat right now, live webinar, because he wants to make the 50 stacks. So he raised his hand and said, I got a problem. And I'm going to do everything I can. I don't know exactly who Jose is. We do have a few Jose's that work with us, but I'm going to do everything I can to help you, Jose. But I've got a problem. Lawyer, I need help. All lawyers are not litigators. All lawyers don't cause your aggravation. All lawyers aren't terrible. All lawyers can help you. You've got to talk to them. Hey, excuse me, I have this problem. Oh, thank you. Let me give you some solutions. Let me write a letter. Let me navigate. Hey, I've got this title issue. How do I get around this title issue? Well, in North Carolina, just so you understand what happened, I had a problem. I'm gonna jump in because we're gonna get into this webinar in a minute, but I had a problem in North Carolina. Here's the problem. A wholesaler brought me a deal. I'm buying the deal. I put the contract in. I'm paying the wholesaler $10,000. It's in Charlotte, North Carolina. ARV 350. I'm paying $210. I'm going to list the property immediately for $299. So here it is. $210 buy. Scratch that. $210 buy. $299 sale. $10K wholesaler. I stand to make, after all said and done, Jose, we're after the same 50 stacks, my man. 50 G's. I couldn't get anyone to close the transaction for me because they won't allow for it. So here's what I said. Here was my solution to the wholesaler. Wholesaler, you trust me. I'm not going to screw you out of your 10 grand. Go rewrite the contract and have the contract directly from you to me. Excuse me, from the seller directly to me. The wholesaler is now out of the transaction. So instead of there being A to B, B to C, we cut this out, and then POC, paid outside of closing, I owe seller, wholesaler, the $10,000. And guess what I'm going to pay him? Anybody guess? What am I going to pay this wholesaler? I'm going to pay him the $10,000 I owe him. And when am I going to pay it to him? The moment I close on the property, I'm going to send him a wire for $10,000. And I'm going to say, dear sir, thank you so much for affording me the opportunity to make $50,000 today. And I thank you so much for your service. Go find me 5 more. And he's going to go do that because he just got paid $10,000. He's happy. Solutions, solutions, solutions. Yes. All of the deal details are having some issues in them. We're going to get through those, okay? So keep putting them in there. And Denver, who's moderating today, will be helping us get to your questions or your solutions. But throw them in the chat, please. Don't forget. Seller issues, right? Here's what happens. A lot of this stuff happens due to inexperience, lack of due diligence, lack of understanding what's happening. Seller issues like back taxes, liens, code violations can scare off lenders. But we can evaluate deals through it and find a solution. If you are smart enough, if you're a borrower who's trying to buy a deal, jump in front of it. Seller red flag issues like liens and code violations often lead lenders to decline deals. I don't want their problem on my books. Well, if you're a sophisticated borrower like Jose or like Scott or like John or like Timmy or like Lauren or Londi or whoever, you're going to say, I'm going to take that problem and make it my benefit. So Mr. Lender, let me jump in front of it and tell you how to do that. Give the holistic evaluation of the deal. Tell us what the problems are and tell us your solutions. Market restrictions. Lenders may avoid certain markets and property types, leaving investors with limited options for financing. If I'm an investor, know your lenders. Okay? Most lenders don't like certain asset classes, and most lenders like certain asset classes. I talked to one lender this morning at 9 o'clock. He likes multifamily and industrial. Duh. I said to him, hey, I really am interested in potentially doing this event center that we're working on. He said, we hate that category. Duly noted, sir. So would it be wise for me to send him this event center I'm working on? No, I'm wasting his time and mine. Made it seem like we're not paying attention. But be cognizant of what works. So understand that lenders are going to avoid certain categories. When they're avoiding them, impose blanket restrictions and refuse to consider certain deals regardless of their potential. They will not look at a deal. If the best deal I'm ever going to work on in my entire life is an event center, do not take it to this lender. Use your brain and your memory to be able to deliver on what you're trying to get done. An in-house property valuation process can help navigate limited comps, and we do that in-house here at the Hard Money Co. We have all of our valuations are done in-house, but we also do limit on certain categories. I don't like lending on bars. I don't love lending on certain mixed-use buildings, and we're going to deny those. We hate lending on strip clubs. We don't lend on them. People still bring them to you. Yes, strip clubs, that's a thing. New investor hurdles. How many newbies do we have in here? New investors face the biggest challenges in the world. Well, but Scott, I want to do, in August of 2003, you too were a new investor. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So, as you think through how to overcome the new investor challenges, this is your opportunity. You as the new investor have way more responsibility to be disciplined and diligent to be successful. If you choose not to do that, you're going to have an uphill battle that's going to lead you to quit. How many new investors do we have in there? We got a bunch? 3 of them. How many of you 3 think you're going to quit real estate investing in the next 5 months because you're going to get denied 10 more times? I hope none of you raise your hands. Hopefully you all say, Scott, shut your mouth. I'm going to go be successful, because that's the attitude you need to have. You got to run through the bricks, through the walls, through the no's to get to the yeses. You've got to be diligent. New investors submit applications to us every single day. It's our biggest application pool. And of those, 5% of them close, because most of them have the following: low credit. Believe it or not, we're seeing credit ranging in the 400s right now, and I can't believe how hard you have to work to get to a darn 400 credit score. Like, you don't give a crap. You should be building your credit every single day as a real estate investor. What's up, Denver?
Sorry to interrupt, but Angela just won a deal while on this call, and
Angela won it. Hold on a second.
we're financing.
She won a deal on this call right now? Right this second, Angela? Boom. Nice work. Congratulations. I love success and deal flow. Right now, Angela just won it. Angela, I'm giving you $250 off your closing costs right away, right now. Congratulations for being here, and I'm going to make sure that you get that credit. So make sure we get her name, and we're going to put that on our closing cost for her. Nice job, Angela. Low credit. Investor hurdles, low credit. Low cash. You know how many applications we see that have this for a cash? I have $3,000. I don't know how everybody only has $3,000, but all new investors have $3,000. How the hell do you only have $3,000?
Mari said she won one yesterday.
Yes, give her $252. Awesome. We got both of you guys. Nice job. Congratulations. This is awesome, dude. We're just to stay on the line. Everyone's going to get real estate deals. I'm just going to pull up a chair, and if I sit here long enough, everyone's going to get a real estate deal. All right, so low credit, we want 660 and above. If you're not there, don't be embarrassed. I have bad credit because of what? You've got 50 reasons to have bad credit. I'm going to give you reasons why you should have good credit. Go earn it. Look your credit bureau in the face right now. Pull it off, Credit Karma or any of them. Look it in the face and say why. It tells you, why do you have bad credit? Does anybody know why they have bad credit? They didn't pay their bills, okay? They have a bunch of late payments, okay? Charge-offs, okay? What else? Okay, listen, look your credit bureau in the face and commit to 2025 that you're gonna get your credit to be no less than 660. If you're already above 660, commit to 750. You can do it. It takes a year. It takes every single day. You wanna hear how crazy this sounds? Every single day. If you wanna have big muscles, if you wanna have a six-pack, it's gonna take you every single day for a year to do that. And after 1 year, you're gonna get it. You're gonna be like, I did it. I achieved my goal. You know what it's going to take you to get your credit score to 660 and then to 750? Every single day, you're going to have to do something for it. You have to make some sacrifice across the platform. Are you prepared to do it? It's no joke. It's going to take you every single day. How often do I look at my credit score? You want to hear how crazy I am? I look at it so often because I'm obsessed with it. Are you obsessed with your credit score? Do you have craziness in your brain? Are you obsessed with it? You should be obsessed with it. Sounds stupid. Low cash. This is a function of, how many people say, I've got no money and just bought something yesterday they didn't need? Everybody raise their hand because I know this happens every day. I have no money. You have no money. Well, I just saw you out at dinner and it's expensive. It's $100 a person. Why are you at dinner if you have no money? Anyone do that? Anybody buy something yesterday or today and they have no cash that they didn't need? You guys are being quiet, but I know they're out there. And maybe it's the embarrassment of saying, I am that person. But when you stop and reflect, your cash has to grow. Go get 2 jobs. Go figure it out. Put everything you want. You want to be a millionaire in real estate? Give everything you have in 2025. Everything. Your blood, your sweat, your tears. Every hour. Not 40 hours, not 60 hours, 80 hours. Get 2 jobs. Get a savings. Figure out your life. The 1 year you work 100% of your time, put all your nonsense friends aside. Once you have all of that aside and you start looking at it and you start building your cash to $3 to $5 to $10 to $20,000, forget it. You're gonna have a whole new set of friends. Those friends are gonna be still sitting here doing nothing. I promise you. Changes in circumstances. Deals fall apart. One of the top reasons when active deals are happening is because scope of works or contractor distress is what's happening, people. This happens almost every day, right? How many people have had a bad contractor? How many people have had a bad deal fall apart due to scope of work? How many people forgot the foundation or the bathroom or the kitchen or the roof or the foundation or who the hell knows? Everybody has. This happens to every one of us because we're never diligent enough. We're running around being like, this house is going to take me $50,000. $50,000, okay. I really need $90,000. Okay, well, okay. Slow down. Let's think about this. When you get into the deal, you need to make sure your scope of work is perfected. How much time are you spending on your scope of work? Our successful borrowers that are doing deals and closing deals, 5 a month, 4 a month, are seamless. We never hear from them. They don't call me about their scope of work. The ones that are taught with excuses of life are well, this person did this. Okay, how's that person gonna fix your life? They're not. This inspector didn't like me or won't call. Okay. Guess what? You gotta deal with him. He's life. It happens. You've got to take the bull by the horns and be sure you are investing the time you need. Not 40 hours a week, not 60 hours a week, not 80 hours a week, 100 hours a week. If you don't have 100 hours a week, find it. If you can't do it for a full year, I don't know what to tell you. If you do it for a full year, you're going to have the real estate six-pack. That real estate six-pack is going to be a rental property, 50 grand in cash, growing the cash, 2 more deals in the pipeline. And you're not going to even be talking to all the other losers that you just left behind. Keep going. Evaluating each property on its merits alone allows for the flexibility when deal changes. You've got to have flexibility, contingency in each deal. When I build an apartment building, I'm building one right now. I'm building a few right now, but the one I'm building right now, I just broke ground on November 14th. The first day they called me and they said, Scott, we have a foundation, which means soil issue. I got a soil issue. I said, what? Well, you guys haven't even been there for 5 minutes. What are you talking about? It's going to be $100,000 to fix the problem. Now, I could have taken my toys and gone home. I could have complained about it, still to this day. I solved my problem because I had a contingency available to solve the problem. I didn't plan on putting $100,000 out day one. No. But I had the money set aside to be able to do it so that the deal is not derailed the moment it got started. So imagine your fix and flip or your burst strategy and you didn't realize, but you open up the house and the foundation's bad. Or the roof needs to be replaced and you didn't think about the roof. If you don't have a contingency, if you don't have a savings account, if you don't have a nest egg, if you don't have something to cover it for you, you're out of the gate saying, holy shit, and how am I going to get up tomorrow morning, right? I got to get up tomorrow morning, and this deal, before I even invest my 30 days or 90 days into this deal, I got a problem. Think about it. And so now you're working your tail off for 90 days thinking you're not going to make any money. Okay. Now you wake up and you've got a chip on your shoulder and you're angry. Now you're going to wake up and you hate real estate. I hate real estate investing. Right? How does that sound? I wake up and I hate that. Imagine Michael Jordan. I don't know if you guys remember Michael Jordan, MJ. I know you guys all know his shoes, but if you didn't know him from his basketball days, Michael Jordan was the greatest basketball player ever. He never said, I'm going to miss a basket. I just read he took 23 final shots he missed. But they always depended on him to have the final shot. But imagine his attitude is, I'm going to miss that every time. He's like, well, what the hell? Think about it. Mindset. Situational flexibility. Some deals face unusual challenges that lenders avoid. We will work with you to find solutions. We as a lender will work with you. Private money lenders will work with you. The Hard Money Co. will work with you. You need to have the flexibility, but you need to be able to articulate the problem and know how I can help you. Come to the table with a solution. Bring the solutions with you to keep you on track. It happens every day. Hey, Scott, hey, Scott. Yeah, let's talk. What's your solution? Well, I don't have one. Okay. That's great. See you later. Right? Or, hey, Scott, here's my problem. I didn't plan for the roof. The roof's going to cost me $8,000. I think I'm able to reevaluate my position, and can you help me with those dollars because I'm going to cut something out of the budget, or I'm going to move faster to cut some labor time, or I'm going to do something to solve. Give and take, solve a problem. Finding a unique way has to come from you, the borrower, you, the investor. I can promise you every single deal I did has a problem. I don't know what the problems are today because I haven't digested them. We're closing on an industrial deal in Granger, Indiana today. We're refinancing a distribution center today. But there's problems everywhere. The problem with the closing was the insurance company wasn't ready to bind coverage. So they wanted to hold up an $8 million transaction for this. I'm like, guys, let's get going. Put a little force behind it. We got what we needed. Case study, credit score curveball. Here's one of the craziest things that I will evaluate with you. This is a real scenario. Another lender bailed on a funding mid-process when they re-pulled their credit score and saw it went down to 637. So this scenario required probably a 660 credit score at closing or right before they did a re-pull. They re-pulled 637. Traditional lending said, X, you're done. Your deal that was just about to make 50 G's dead. The investor, who was a GC with a strong track record, couldn't meet the new 25% down payment that they wanted. And so the Hard Money Co., this is a scenario for us, was able to reduce their down payment. We got an in-house appraisal to expedite closing. We closed this deal within 1 week. The house was completed in 7 weeks and is currently listed, delivering an impressive ROI of 145 right now. It's listed, it's not sold, but this borrower is going to make some money. So this borrower could have quit right when they got thrown the curveball, or they figured out another solution. Proven investor. An investor came to us after their lender pulling funding 1 day prior to closing due to personal issues. Yes, this happens. Loan officers, personal issues, craziness. What the hell are you talking about? I'm closing today. You're Bank of America. You're not closing today. Well, I have a personal issue. Okay. Well, you're going to have to talk to someone else, blah, blah, blah. It happens all the time. How many people have had these stories? These are disaster stories. Lender was supposed to close. They didn't show up. Where'd they go? It happens all the time. It happens all the time. But you have to be controlling your destiny. 145% ROI, and that's amazing, man. This was an experienced investor in this deal, good credit and a GC license, but this was her first time working with us, new investor for us. She applied on Tuesday. The deal was underwritten on Wednesday, and we closed the deal for her on a Friday. These are curveballs. These are just curveballs. Solving your problem. This lady solved her problem, and here she goes, off to be making some money. So we talk about staying ahead of challenges. We're going to jump into a few people's challenges right now. If you can bring up a couple of those for me, please. But here they are. Here's how you do it. Start with this. Build a network. How do you build a network? Be professional. Know who you're trying to network with, and make sure that they can add value to your life and you can add value to their life. Build a network. When I have a problem, I have a network. I go into my phone, this phone. Hold on. Oh, never mind. I just got an offer. Sorry, excuse me, I'm back to you. I go into my phone and I say, phone, I have a problem. And now it's like Siri, Apple Intelligence. Sir, please solve my title problem. And then all of a sudden it calls this person that I know that solves title problems. Right? No. You got to build that network. When I call, they call me back. When they call me, I answer my phone. We had a borrower this morning call me, and I called him right back. He's got a small problem. He needs some cash. No problem, sir. We're going to work on you. You've been a good borrower of ours. You've done everything you said you're going to do. You're in a position you need cash. I'm going to get you closed on Tuesday. Thank you. Build this network. If you don't have the network and you don't know who to network with, figure it out. How many people have a playbook? Anybody have a playbook? I know that everybody has a playbook besides the Bears, so bear with me. Does everyone else have a playbook besides the Bears? Do you guys know what a playbook is for real estate? The Bears don't know what a playbook is in the NFL. I'm a Packer fan. Move on. But the Bears don't have a playbook. But do you have a playbook? Do you know what your buy box is? Do you know what your plans are for when you're buying a house? Are your strategy? Let's go through this. What's your strategy? Give me your strategy. What's your real estate strategy? Come on. Give me the real estate strategy. Give me someone's real estate strategy.
Jose says
Flip. We got Jose's a fix and flip. Good job, Jose. Okay. What else is what is someone else's strategy?
Jerry says Burr.
Jerry says Burr. We all love the Burr, right? Right? Burr. Burr. It's Burr out here. It's freezing in here in Milwaukee. Sorry, I got a little excited when you got so cold. I was so cold this morning. So Burr. So you got two playbooks, right? Burr. Fix and flip, okay? Someone else might have a playbook that's a little bit more defined. I want to play a playbook that I can buy 100 units in 2025. That's a strategy. 100 units. 2025. That's a playbook. What about 10 units? 2025. Anyone else have that playbook? Anyone got a better playbook than a 10 or a 100? What's everyone's playbook in there? Anyone want to add 20 units of rental in 2025? What's everyone's numbers? Come on, put them in the chat. How many numbers you guys got? 10, 20, 50, 100. Someone's doing more than 100?
Someone says 7. Jerry says 7.
7 units. Good job.
Malibu says 4 units. Handicap rentals. George says 6.
4 units. Handicap rental. Specific rental program. Okay.
Jose says 15 and 25 would be great.
15 to 25, Jose. Are you writing these down? How do you get to these? So here's what I would do, okay? I want to add 10 units, okay, in 2025. And I'm going to actually tell you that that's a lie because I'm going to add 100 units in 2025. But they're very specific. So here's my playbook. I want to add 100 units. I want them to be on the east side of Milwaukee, okay? That's a very specific geographic location, okay? I want them to be under market rents. Why? Because I'm going to increase the rents and I'm going to do a refinance and get all my cash. Okay? And I want them to be no less than 4 unit buildings. So I want to buy no less than 4 units at a crack. Now, this is a playbook. Is there going to be a time when I'm going to buy a single unit? Of course. 2 units? Sure. But that's my playbook. This is my playbook right now. Everyone go into your phone. Everyone go into your computer or whatever you're on right now and write down your playbook. And if you tag me in it, post it on Instagram and tag me at Hard Money Scott, I want to see your playbook. Write it down there. If you do that, I'll give you $500 off your closing cost credit for your next deal. Send it out there. Take a picture of it, write it down, screenshot it, put it onto the Instagram, my 2025 playbook for real estate, and tag at Hard Money Scott, and you get $500. Okay. Write down your playbook. Write the playbook. Geographically, pull out the map. Highlight where you want to be. And then when you're going to look for real estate, don't go over here. Go here. Right in your zone where you want to be buying and doing and flipping and fixing and buying and renting. That's where you want to be. Write down your playbook. And then every month, as part of your 80 or 100 hours a week, at the end of the month, what are we going to do? Evaluate. How did we do? Well, this month was tough. This month was great. Angela got a deal. Boom, I got one. Good month. Nice work. And then make sure we're doing this. We're vetting every deal. Don't tell someone else to vet it. I do this because I get busy and I have a great team that helps me vet deals. But vet your deals. Use the tools we have. I just found a new tool that I just bought that helps me vet deals. It's actually really cool. Should I tell everyone or do you think should I give out the secret? Tell them? All right. All right, I'm going to tell you this secret. This isn't a secret because it's out there, but I just was back from this lending conference and I saw this new software. And it tells you and helps you find in the markets you're in the fix and flips that are going to be successful. Price per square foot, geographic locations, what's flipped and sold, how do you make it work? I've been blown away by this software. I paid for it. I just bought it. It cost me $500 for the year. And you know how much I'm going to make off this software? Probably, what's am I going to make off this software? I like to make $50,000 a flip, minimum $50,000 a flip. I'm going to do 10 from this software. So I'm going to make $500,000. All right, I invested $500. Anyone else want to make that investment? I don't care if you invest in it. There's no affiliate programs. I just think it's so cool because the way they take the data, which is the public data that we all use to gather data, it makes it easy. It's called Privy. Anyone else heard of this? Oh, shit. Hold on, that's bad spelling. PRVY. Privy. I think it's PRVY or PRIVY. Privy. Anyone have heard of it? Check it out. It's amazing. I paid for it. I'm blown away by this software. I went into a certain market, Deerfield Beach, Florida. I said, hey, bring up the fix and flips. I found 7 houses. I downloaded the 7 houses. I sent them to my realtor. I said, go offer on all these properties, and I gave him the number, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. That was easy. Where's the easy button? That was easy. Of my 100 hours I'm going to work this week on real estate, that took me 1 hour. What are you doing? Think about it. Let's go, baby. Oh, I get so excited. My head is going to explode. Build a network. We talked about this. Let's get going. Trusted partners, diverse your connections. Everybody might be something in your real estate career. Write your playbook. We talk about X's and O's. The Bears have none of it. Any Bears fans on this? I keep bashing the Bears. They are the worst NFL franchise team in the world. Any Bears fans, I feel terrible for you. I feel like I'd give you a closing cost credit just because you're like, I'm a Bears fan. I'm like, fine. They suck. Okay, here's the deal. Write down your playbook. Write your playbook. Take out your phone. Use your note app. Use your note app. Write it down. Every single deal, write it down. Evaluate. Show it to me on Instagram. Be successful. Do the work. Here's the biggest issue. Do the work is doesn't equal lazy. How many people are lazy? None of us on this group are. I know because you're out here, you're doing stuff. How many people know lazy people? I hate lazy people. I've got a son who every once in a while, I love him to death, and he's not lazy. He works his ass off. Every once in a while, I'm like, he does something lazy. I'm like, why would you do it the lazy way? It's not easier. Being lazy is not easy. Right? Do we all agree with that? Being lazy is not easy. I'm not lazy. No, you're lazy. The least path to get there, the people that are cutting through the streets instead of walking. How many people fight for the first parking spot when they go to Target? I love these people. They're waiting 30 minutes to park here at the first spot, and they could just simply walk 10 feet and be 10 spots farther. Who cares? Lazy. Are any of you lazy? Please say no. We got a couple Bears fans. God bless you, Bears fans. I'm not kidding you. I don't know. You know, I have one of my best friends growing up was a Bears fan. And every single year he's let down. And I'm like, how is it possible? This is going back to the Super Bowl shuffle days. Right after that, it's like, God, they just can't figure it out. All right. Anyways. Okay. Back to real estate. Do the work, guys. Sign up for Privy. Does everyone have PropStream? Does everyone have PropWire? They're all data sources that are giving you great stuff. Do the work. Drive the neighborhoods. Do the networking. Be active. Call your lenders. Invest your time. How much time? Here we go. Who's falling into these buckets? Okay. Who's in the 40-hour-a-week bucket? Who's falling into the 80-hour-a-week bucket? And who's the champion? Who's the superstars? Who's this? Anybody in the hundreds? In 60 to 80, Jose? Love it. Jose's right here. Nice job, Jose. If you commit to it every single day, if you commit to it, it's every day if you commit to it. I promise you, when we do this next year, you're going to be like, I won. I got my real estate six-pack. It's my real estate six-pack. It's my real estate six-pack. It's my 100 units. Right? Commit right now, if you want to do it. You want to better your family? You want to have a couple $100,000 in your bank account? You want to be successful? Sure. So, deal in distress. Don't stress. First thing, don't get crazy. Be proactive, not reactive. Let's find the solutions. Let's put it right head on. Here is the problem, and solve it. Always, always keep moving forward. And continue to find trusted partners. All of the time. If you're looking for ways to apply with the Hard Money Co., find our website at thehardmoneyco.com. I'd like to jump into a few people's problems right now that we discussed. Thank you all. You guys have been a wonderful interactive crew today. Thank you for being here. I do drink some energy drinks. It keeps me going. So let's hear it, Denver.
So going back to Jose, the seller bought the property from
Okay, so Jose, you said that, just to give everyone the scenario, you have a property under contract for $215 with an ARV of $315 or a value of $300. The seller bought the property earlier this year at auction, and we're gonna get more into auction. And when you ran title to buy it, it shows two mortgages, a total 305. So we're underwater. We're kind of in a bad place. So the question I have is, what auction house did he buy it from? Did he buy it from a sheriff's sale, or did he buy it from a 10X or an auction.com or one of those companies that sell the properties via auction on the internet? Do you know, Jose?
I believe it was HUD.
Huh?
I believe it was HUD.
So if it was HUD that sold it, which is true, as a HUD auction, we need to go back to the title company or the auction house that sold you the property. They will clear your title, okay? So what happened is HUD foreclosed on the property, most likely, and took it back as a HUD loan. At some point in the chain of title, there were mortgages that didn't get cleared or didn't get named. Something happened. So there's two things at stake here. The guy that bought the property that you're buying the property from has spent real dollars to buy something that he does not have free and clear title to. So he's got the problem. Jose's got the opportunity, right? Does everyone understand? So the guy, Jose, is not really out any money, he's out future money. The guy who owns the property right now is out money. So if you can dissect that, Jose, you need to have the person who you're buying it from get you all the paperwork that they did when they bought the property. And so long as they bought a first lien mortgage or a sheriff's sale deed or a HUD auction property, the other properties' mortgages should go away. There's always a title company involved in HUD auctions. HUD, which is the United States government, at the end of the day is not selling you houses without clear mortgages, not without disclosing that. So we need to get to the bottom of his purchase. If there's a way to get those documents over to me, I'll look at them for you. And I'm happy to help you make sure that you get a win out of this. But this is solvable, Jose, okay? This is a title issue. This is a solvable title issue, and all we have to do is get to the bottom of the guy that you're buying it from's position when he bought it. So if you can get those documents, we can solve this problem. This is on a scale of solvability from 1 to 10, we should be able to solve this unless there's something there, like he bought a second mortgage, or he bought a third mortgage, or he bought the property subject to those other mortgages. But I doubt that happened. So let's get that information, Jose, and we will help you solve this problem so you can get that cheddar.
Okay, so John has one. He says,
So John has a property, great property. He said great rehab. He can't refinance the property, not due to value, but due to his late payments. Okay, so John, I'm trying to understand your scenario, so let me help see if I got it. You bought a property, you renovated it, you went over budget. I think what you're saying is you went over budget, and as a result, you were late on payments. As a result of that, you can't refinance because the late payments have either are showing up on a VOM, a verification of mortgage, or it's hit your credit bureau. Which one is it?
VOM.
So your VOM, your verification of mortgage that you're trying to refinance with, are you doing a DSCR?
Yes.
Okay, so you already have a tenant in the property?
Yes.
Okay, so you've done everything. John's done everything. But John didn't make his timely payments. Okay, so John, this problem is very difficult. Okay, because here's what happens. When you don't make payments, the world knows because of a verification of mortgage, right? What's your VOM? Well, VOM stands for verification of mortgage, and on it, what it tells you is what's your principal balance, how many late payments have you had, and any late charges. And if you take that to another lender, what are they going to do? They're going to look at the VOM and say, John doesn't pay his bills. So John, you've got a couple things you've got to decide. One is you can bring in a credit partner, okay? They will look at a new credit partner to help you. You can sell the property and start over, which is a recommendation I might make if you can't find a credit partner, so long as you're not underwater. So if the property's now worth 400 and you owe 300, you might have to take your learning lesson to say, I'm going to sell the property, I'm going to make some profit, but not what I wanted, and not what I needed, but I'm going to learn my lesson that I got to pay my lenders. Because this happens all the time to us, by the way. People choose, I say choose because they're the ones that don't pay. Yes, scenarios like what you're saying, John, I overrun, and as a result of an overrun, you didn't have any more money. Right, you didn't choose to, but you did. At the end of the day, this is a hard lesson. This is the lesson where you have to realize the importance of paying your first lender or paying your lenders. This happens all the time. This is probably one of the biggest problems we experience is people say, well, and then you're like, well, I can't help you. I've got 98% of the other loans that are paying on time. You're choosing not to pay. So John, my suggestion to you at this point is let's evaluate what your property's worth at the ARV or what it is currently worth. Let's consider selling the property, okay? Then let's consider taking some of those profits and putting it into your rainy day fund so you never have to worry about making your payment on time. To the other real estate investors, paying your mortgage is so important. And John learned it the hard way here because John wasn't able to do it because he had to finish the project. But if John would have paid his mortgage and not finished the project, it's a double-edged sword. He wouldn't have had the late payments. But what is a worse scenario to be in right now? John's in some type of loan that he can't get out of. He's got a tenant that's hopefully paying the mortgage, so he's at least covering himself right now. John has some equity in this property he can't get out of. So John either needs to sell the property or find a credit partner that can step in that doesn't have any problems and say, I will help rescue John, and John will learn that he's going to make his payments on time. Making your payment on time is the only solution. I can't stress it any other way. There is no other solution than just paying your mortgage on time. It's a hard lesson. It's a hard decision. Do I pay my mortgage or do I fix the foundation? Do I pay my mortgage or do I finish the kitchen? It shouldn't be this and that. It should always be, I'm going to pay my mortgage, period. How do I fix the kitchen if I'm out of cash? How do I do this? And then you solve that problem. You always got to pay your mortgage. I've been doing this for 22 years. 22 years. I have never missed a payment. Ever. And you say, well, that's never. I will go flip burgers at Burger King if I don't have money to make your mortgage payment. I'm going to go do it. The only way I've been able to build my portfolio is because I've never missed a payment. When I go to my lenders, I have their credibility. Never will I miss a payment. Ever. It's a non-negotiable, non-starter for me, for my psyche, for my personality, for who I am. You should have the same one. Give me the next one. Chris is his own contractor. Chris, partners suck. Your friend, your partner in the duplex, I don't know who she was. I think you said she was a she. I'm assuming, Chris, you're a he, but bear with me for my storytelling. I don't know what happened there, Chris. People do weird things for money. They cheat, they steal, they lie, they're deceitful because it's easier than telling the truth. Think about that. It sucks. You own the property. Chris, are you an owner of the property via an LLC with an operating agreement that has you as an owner?
Waiting for the answer.
Assume
Not on deed for the duplex.
you're not on the deed for the duplex. So, stop. We got this. Chris, did you learn something?
The city owns a different house.
In your name, but the duplex that your partner's in that she's selling, you have no legal rights to it. So here's what happens all the time. We see this all the time. Well, I'm a partner, but I'm not really a partner. Well, what are you? Well, I'm a handshake partner. They don't exist. Whenever you set up a structure to be the deed holder, the deed equals owner. It's black and white. There is no other way around it. Black and white. If I am the owner, I'm the owner. If our LLC is the owner, there's an operating agreement that tells us who's the owner. When I go to sell something and I have a partnership, it says, here are the owners. Here's what has to be done. The operating agreement of the company. Do not make this mistake again, Chris. This is going to cost you money. You're going to learn a lot, and you're going to be pissed off. Here's what you got to do. Rip the Band-Aid off. Start over. There's no good solution that's happening here. This is bad. Chris, you're in big trouble. Not in big trouble. Your money's in big trouble. You're not going to make a profit here. But start over tomorrow, Chris. Let's get you an LLC that's yours, that Chris owns. Chris Real Estate LLC. Chris is the owner. Chris, you want to bring in a partner? Write it down. Don't make this mistake. I see this every day. I'm like, why? Where did you guys learn to do this? Well, they were my friend. How are they your friend? I met them at the bar. Okay, they're not your friend. They're only your friend at the bar. And when you stop being at the bar and spending 80 hours on real estate, you realize that none of those people at the bar are your friends. Chris, tomorrow, I want you to wake up with a new lease on life in real estate. Create your own LLC, figure out your own world. You've got enough going on, but you are stubbing your toe by dealing with real estate in this fashion. This is a problem. This is going to cost you money. This, you've got no chance on. Let me hear the next one. It's 1 o'clock. If anyone has to jump off, I understand. And I'm going to give this an extra few minutes because I got a couple good chats coming in here, and I want to be able to answer them for you guys. Despite my hunger pains, I think I'm going to be like a bear and hibernate.
It's quite a long one.
Just give me this. Give me the highlights.
All right, let's see.
Don't you have like AI generated highlights or something?
I wish.
Okay, come on, Denver. This is basically a rehab gone awry where the permits were supposed to be pulled, and in 1965, the house was converted from a duplex to a single family. And long story short, this borrower, this person, this investor, God bless you, real estate investors, was able to get approvals, but now they're 2 months behind and have no more cash because the cash is tied up in other stuff. I think I have that in a theory done right. So the question is, can the hard money co help? The answer is, I don't know enough about the scenario. Submit a loan application. If you have the property free and clear, the answer is yes. If you have a first lien on the property is no. We could probably look to refinance you. The challenge you're going to be in right now is the time is ticking, right? So here's where be proactive. Do not wait. Waiting is going to kill you. Okay? Time is going to kill you. Keep moving and figure out a trusted partner, whether you have to bring someone in on the outside, we have to go raise some capital, give away some of your profits. You need to keep moving. Do not stop moving.
They said they sent an email and Sarah's looking into it.
They sent an email, Sarah's looking into it. I'll get with Sarah after this. I'd love to help you. But what I'm trying to explain to you is keep moving. So you're here, you keep moving. Do not stop with what you're trying to accomplish. Keep moving. This is a tough scenario. This happens for a lot of people. You're not alone because this happens all the time. Oh yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And all of a sudden you go to City Hall and you're like, hey City Hall, how you doing? I'm Scott, I'd love to do this. Or like, come back in 3 weeks. You're like, what? 3 weeks? I got a problem right now. Me personally. I got to go put some We Energies, which is utilities in. And they're not calling me back. They need a survey now. That'll be 3 weeks. I'm like, 3 more weeks? Oh my God, I can't deal with 3 more weeks. That's going to cost me so much money. It happens. But I'm keep moving. I'm picking up the phone. I'm calling the survey companies. I'm like, who can do it in a week? I got someone who'll do it in a week. Yes. You got your permits. You got what you need. Now you got a solution. Now you got to find the financing, the funding, the partners, whatever you got to do. You got to be in your network. Get into that network. Get into that network. Get into that network. Get into that network and figure out a solution. You came to us. I hope I can help you. But if I can't help you, get into the network. Get into this network. Build your network. Get in here right now. All right, let's take one more. We got one more?
Yeah, so Malibu, right? So found a 4-unit rental in South Florida.
4-unit in South Florida.
Would like DSCR to fix and rent.
Okay.
Credit is screwed.
Credit is screwed. Why is it screwed? Why does someone say their credit is screwed? Why is somebody's credit screwed? Go ahead. I'm listening. 4-unit, DSCR. Credit is screwed. Whatever that means.
Someone said stalker issues, working with the Social Security office to obtain a new number, taking forever.
Okay.
Owns another.
So unfortunately going through some personal hardship with a stalker that's causing issues. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Keep going.
Owns another property in upstate New York, near Lake George.
Lake George is beautiful.
That they would like to rehab for short-term rentals. How on earth am I going to get access to money?
You're not. By yourself. You're not. What's your name?
Malibu.
Malibu. You're not. Where in South Florida is this property?
It just says so.
Malibu, where in South Florida? Put it in the chat.
West Palm.
West Palm, 4-unit. So DSCR goes up to 4 units. So 1 to 4, right? So it'll qualify. You're in West Palm. You're in one of the wealthiest areas.
Has liens.
It has liens that they own.
Yes.
So you own the 4 family already.
No, it says no now.
So you're going to buy the 4 family, but the 4 family has liens, meaning it has mortgages or it has other issues. Is that right?
It says city bio, B-I-O.
City violations. Okay. So the property's in distress. It has city violations from the city of West Palm Beach. You're trying to buy it. Are you buying it for a good number? How much are you paying for this 4-family?
It's very negotiable.
Okay, Malibu. Listen, I want to help you, and this is a hard forum to do that on without more detail. So do me a favor. Email me, scott@fstreet.com, and let me see how I can help you. You're buying a 4-family. You got a property in Lake George. You've got some credit issues not related to you. You might need a credit partner. If you can give me the story, give me the abbreviated story, I will respond to you today or as soon as I get your email with a couple solutions to help you get out of your problem and take advantage of the opportunity in West Palm Beach. Lake George is a beautiful part of the country in upstate New York, so you've got a lot going on. So continue to hustle. I love it. Listen, guys, it's 1:07, and we've been at this for a little over an hour. I'm going to actually tell Denver, right now, Denver, we're going to do a deal symposium where people are going to submit their deals and we're going to discuss them and the problems and the challenges of those deals. We're going to do that YouTube live in the next couple weeks. Does everyone like that idea? Does that make sense? Where you can bring your deals, your problems, your challenges, and we're going to go through each deal, dissect them. We're going to submit the deal so I have a little bit of information up front. We're going to get through all those deals. I think talking deals is great. You know, this is part of my 100 hours a week. I talk deals. I love real estate. I'm so passionate about real estate. Real estate has given me that future and that ability, that life that I wanted, and you should have it too. I had nothing. I'm just a kid from Milwaukee. You're just a person from somewhere. You can do it too. I just want to thank you all. You know, real estate investing is the greatest opportunity in your life. It has no boundaries. You can make $100 million or you can make $1 million in 2025. Everyone do me one favor. Goal 2025 equals how much cash do you want to make in 2025? If anybody can find, okay, two things. We're on TikTok now at Hard Money Scott. We're going to be releasing some content. Follow us. Follow me at Hard Money Scott on Instagram. If you can message me, follow me and message me. And also tell me what your 2025 goals are for cash flow, free profit in 2025 in real estate. I want to know your number. Is it 50 grand? Is it 5 million? The sky's the limit, so dream big. Okay, but think about this. Get there. If you can get to this with, it's the 7 digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that would make me happy. I know you can do it. How many people think they can make $1 million in real estate in 2025? Let me see some yeses if you think you can do it. Anyone think they can do it? I got any yeses? Just 4? No one else thinks they're going to do it?
5, 6, 7, 8.
All right, guys, everybody should be saying yes to this. You can do it. I promise you. I promise you. I know you can. It's not a question of if. It's a question of will you put in what it takes to do this. It's 80 hours. It's unwavering. It's giving up sacrifices. Are you willing to do it? I know you are willing to do it. I want to see you do it. Thank you all for being here. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate your time. Real estate investing will change your life. Go get the million. Be well. Happy holidays. I hope to see you all very soon. 2025 is your year. Go get it. Thanks for being part of this.